Welcome back to DIY with Diamond Tech Co. Today we're going to go over how to burn in your 4-strand flat braids to keep them flat and nice and smooth. I like to use a little propane torch with an adapter on it because it's easier to get the flame to go where I want it to go, but lighters work just as well. Always remember to check what's above you and what's below you when you're burning stuff. We don't want to catch the wrong thing on fire, and we do not want to light our fingers or our other pieces of tack on fire. So when we get to the end of our braid, we're going to be working with the 2 center strands, and we're going to want to kind of loosen it up so we can find that hole. It doesn't matter if you work with the strand that's under or the strand that's over, but you will want to cross over another piece before you stick that strand through the hole. Because we're not tying a knot here, we're just doing one single strand over the other, we want to make sure it's snug enough that it'll stay after it's burned, but not so snug that it distorts our braid. It'll make more sense when the rope is in your hands, but you'll be able to figure out pretty quickly which 2 strands you can pull that are going to completely screw up your braid and which 2 strands are actually going to tighten everything down. From there, we're going to single one strand out to cut and burn, and we're going to hold the other 3 strands usually in our non-dominant hand. That's one of those things that you're just going to have to get a feel for and work it out for yourself. But when you go to burn your strands, you do not want to put the flame directly into the rope. You want to come at it from the side. So slowly start moving down on it. That way you have better control over what is being burnt. After it starts pooling a little bit, you'll go ahead and just lay it on something flat if you have it and smash it down with your pliers. You have about 10 seconds before it gets too cool to form nicely. Then we're going to flip our braid over, and there's 2 that are grouped really close together, so I'm going to grab both of those at the same time, cut them and burn them and smash them all at once. I know it's a little hard to see with my lighting, but you don't want to necessarily crisp up the part you're burning, you just want to melt it a little bit. If you happen to cut off a little bit longer, it might take an extra second to get it burnt down far enough so you don't have a tail sticking up, but when it starts to kind of pool over into the strands around it, that's when you want to smash it. You also do not need to hold your hands as close to the end as I am. I do it because I like more control and I've been doing this for a while, but if you are more comfortable holding it 6 inches away or even with the pliers, that's perfectly okay. The hand that's holding the rope isn't necessarily going to be moving a ton, it's just there for stability and to keep it far enough off the ground so you're not lighting your table on fire. The hand that has the lighter or the torch in it is going to be the one doing the moving. Fire can be scary to work with for the first time, so if you need any help, don't be afraid to ask. You can also leave any questions in the comment box below, and I'll do my best to try to get back to you. Don't forget to check us out at diamondtechco.com and all of our socials listed here.